All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We got Let's Talk Football episode 18. The NFL draft is currently underway. If you're watching this post live, and we're just going to discuss this. Hopefully, a bunch of people join, so it just flows. I don't want to get into too many crazy takes. It's 11:30. These drafts are always so late. Uh, I'm a happy Packer fan. Matthew Golden. Let me pull up the all the drafts, live draft or something like that. What do we have? We have the 30th pick. The Buffalo Bills are going right now. Jackson Dart. The Giants took Jackson Dart, man. Very interesting. I disagree, but it doesn't really have anything to do with Jackson Dart. All right. Does the ESPN not have something unbelievably basic that I can just follow along? We'll just throw this on the screen here. But hopefully people start getting amped up here about the draft, or sorry, about the season. Free agency, I feel like was almost a little underwhelming. not like a crazy. I'm gonna mute this, open this Pepsi. But it really just was not a busy free agency period at all. If like it was super underwhelming. So let's see. We got a trade. The Kansas City Chiefs just traded to Philly for the 31st pick. Somebody just got drafted, and I have there's my TV in the office here, like the top half, for whatever reason, it was a cheap TV and it's a few years old. For whatever reason, the top half is blacked out. So I can only see the bottom half of the screen. So let's see. Anything crazy you guys saw, let me know. Oh, here we go. I just had to scroll down. Oh, no, this is best available. Okay, so look at this. Always interesting how the draft goes. Jihad Campbell is still available. Will Johnson, man, we were talking about Will Johnson going like 6 to Las Vegas. Mike Green, Josh Simmons. Josh Simmons was mocked to Chicago at 10 and New England at 4 a few months ago. We got South Carolina. Siobhan, I think, is underrated. What's up, Intellect? Matthew Golden, man. I'm so amped. Let's pull that one up. I really can't believe we did it. I was texting my buddy, like, what was it? I was like, Jihad Campbell, let's go. Before it, because he just seems like a Green Bay Packer. And we end up going with Matthew Golden. Unbelievable. What's up, Dinosaur? All right. Golden had that swagger too. And they built that up really perfectly. Like just the whole, it was like a cinema. The walk up, he's getting amped up. He took the mic for a second. That amps you up, man. And I was even getting a few texts from Bears fans. Yeah, it was just cool. The Packers, we needed some ego, man. We needed some chip. Just edge. We needed an edge. Our edge used to be how young we were. And now we're getting older. Still super young. All right, this interface, if I can speak freely, is terrible. I'm gonna go to NFL here because this is just brutal. This is a little bit better, but we got, you don't know how many ads, folks. You don't know how many ads there are everywhere until you do a live stream sharing your laptop screen with volume. And you got to X out of these, and you're like, holy cow, it's a ton. By the way, guys, these are available on Apple and Spotify. I think the Spotify link's in the description. I want to start doing these a few times a week. People don't know who I am. People don't know my face. They don't even know the Packers are my favorite team. So for some reason in the last few years, ever since I started covering the NFL, it became almost like a faceless channel just because that was what was working. And I don't know, man. I love live streaming, so we're going to get back to these. Bucky Brooks says Golden is the Packers' first round receiver since Javon Walker in 2002. When he said that, the first receiver since 2002, before we even heard who the pick was, I wasn't scrolling Twitter. I thought it was going to be Luther Burden, who's going to be a stud. All these wide receivers, man. To be honest with you, Wide receivers get me because, like, every year, who's like Jalen Hyatt? I was huge on Jalen Hyatt. I thought this dude was a stud. And you know what? He actually had a solid rookie year. And I think last year for the Giants offense, you can give everyone else a pass outside of their quarterback. And so, all right, guys, we need some chats in here, man. We need some chatters. The Rams robbed the Falcons. All right, so I saw a tweet. I was way too interested in trying to make videos, and that didn't work out. I ended up privating a few of them or all of them. Let's go to like Rap Sheet because I did see that. I saw some random tweet of somebody who was like, they were so pissed off. They were a Falcons fan and they were just infuriated with the trade. So let's look into it. Ooh, Maxwell Hairston to Buffalo. Nice. All right, let's see what we got here. Russ will be the starter. And we'll see how long that lasts. All right. I really wanted the Lions to draft Shedeur Sanders. Not actually. I mean, actually, yeah. If this was if Detroit could have like the 29th pick and the 28th pick, I say take Shedeur's because that'd be cool. Let him sit behind Jared Goff for 2 years. I think that would just be sweet. But obviously, that's like more of a Madden type of thing. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? We're only on 23 here. Gray Zabal to Seattle. Zabal. Did I miss it? I have to have missed it. When did they make this move? Maybe Rap Sheet's just not a good. Are we talking about the 15th pick? Because didn't they take somebody at 20 something? Tough day for interfaces over here. Najee Harris and Hampton is just nuts. I'm going to make a video tomorrow for sure on that. Texans trade Giants for $34.99 and a third next year. All right, I don't even. Here we go. This is the trade you're talking about. After their trade, the Falcons select 26, James Pierce. I think James Pierce is going to be a stud. I think he's going to be an absolute stud. So, all right, I can't find these trade details. Do you know them? Anyone know this? So great if you start using your face. Really helps viewer retention. It can confuse older viewers at first. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we used to do only like Houston Rockets streams on this channel when it first started, and built a beautiful community. And then they traded James Harden. What's up, Go Pack, go all day? How are we feeling? Falcons. All right, we got another one. Okay. Intellects being intellectual. Will Johnson, the injury. You're right. Must be worse. I always wonder with that kind of stuff, especially like the NBA. Seattle at 18th. My Lions fumbled. Yeah, you know what? So I was reading. I was reading something. Let's get the NFL one back up. I was reading something about the Lions pick, and they were saying like, oh, well, Williams, they needed depth on their line. And I was like, do they need depth at the interior defensive line? It's like, so I get it. I get that DJ Reader is old. I mean, what position do you not need depth in for all 32 teams? Oh, I forgot. You guys can't see this. So DJ Reader's getting older, injuries, blah, blah, blah. Lee McNeil coming off an injury. So there you go. Levi Uzurike, I think, could easily be a starter in this league. So that's injuries. Aleem's injury, I guess. But that, Roy Lopez, I've made a ton of videos on Roy Lopez because I think the dude's a stud. And even getting deeper, it's still got Pat O'Connor, Broderick Martin, Miles Adams, Mikal Wingo. So, when you put it like that, dude, it really does. And how, like, Philly's got Campbell now. Well, obviously they made that trade. They trade one up to get him. That's what you got to do. So teams trade in front of teams that they think that team's going to take them. So Kansas City or Philly assumes Kansas City could easily take Jack Campbell, and let's nip that in the bud. Tyleek Williams, I didn't do too much. I'm not a draft person. You didn't see too much draft content on this. I prefer to wait, honestly, until the draft is over. If I was not making NFL content, I probably would not. I mean, I definitely would not be into the draft at all, except for maybe the Packers at 23. I think like top 5, top 15 is always interesting if you just like the sport. But players like Tyleek Williams, that's more of a stuff I like to figure out once it happens. How does he fit in Detroit? That's when I get into it. Mike Green at the fingertips though is tough. Do we have a round 1 completely over? No, Kansas City's still going. You know what I want to see? I want to see round 2 as well. So let me pull up round 2 because this is getting a little interesting, man. You got like Shadur's still available. Not saying for any team, but all right, here I'll change this over here. What's up, John? Let me just pull this up for you guys to peruse. All the NFC North teams fumbles. Vikes reached. Packers reached. I was surprised they went tackle. Guard, sorry. The thing is with a first round, like guards are tough, dude. I don't know, man. One of my favorite creators, because I've got a Raiders page, is this guy called Sanji. He covers the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders news or network, and he knows so much about the trenches, and so I don't really know. The way I see it, guards seem tough because you don't take guards in like the top 10. You take the tackles of the future. Minnesota needs a guard, but they always just feel underwhelming. I don't think you'll be thinking a reach soon. The thing with a lot of these players is, could Donovan Jackson go 32? Could he go 34? Yeah, but we want him, and so we're going to take him there. I mean, you've got him penciled in at left guard, so I don't know how you view Blake. From what I have heard, not the best going in with that. So honestly, dude, looking at this offensive line here, Darisaw, Jackson, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, Brian O'Neill, for a rookie, essentially a rookie, and JJ, I like that. I really do like that. Packers reached. I don't really. I think if anything, the Bears reached. Glad Ashton's not in the North, dude. Those Bears rumors were something. Yeah, I agree. All right, so we got Josh Simmons available. I don't know how Josh Simmons is available. Is Kansas City going to take him right now? Honestly, they probably will. Who's Kansas City going to take? Let's take a guess. Don't pay too much attention to Kansas City until the summer starts. Man, worry, Josh Simmons. So they move off, guys like Tooney, right? They move off some of their older pieces. But I made a ton of Chiefs videos last summer, specifically around when OTAs began, because the channel in June and July, the whole offseason, the channel suffers, and the Chiefs were the defending Super Bowl champions. And I was just ripping, I was literally ripping a Chiefs video every single day, covering their OTAs. And they make systematical moves. So you look at guys like Kingsley. Let me pull up their depth chart. I'm watching on TV all spring so far about how much in shambles their offensive line is, how bad it's regressed, how old it was. And then I remember guys like Kingsley Suamatia. It's like, I think they know what they're doing. And he probably just didn't pay too much attention to the Chiefs last year. What's up, Luca? How you doing, man? All right, let's see. I'm sure this is delayed. Select. Josh Simmons. There you go. Called it. Bang. I don't know why Josh Simmons is available at the 32nd pick. There you have it. All right, Darius Alexander. Darius Alexander to Detroit would have been. Donovan's still available. Mike Green's still available. You bring up some phenomenal Detroit Lion points. I'm going to be stuck on that. Because I was going to make a Lions video assuming like a Mike Green's about to be selected. They went with Williams. Didn't know enough. I was like, we're going to have to put this in the back pocket. Nice little running back in Henderson's there. I really like the South Carolina safety, but I'm a little biased. Shedeur, obviously. Siobhan is a stud. I think the dude, East Carolina, absolute stud. Elijah Arroyo, Trey Amos, Jaden Higgins, Mason, Jared Wilson, Luther Burden. Someone's going to love him. All right. But what I was more so looking for is tomorrow's slate. Here we go. If you were a Cleveland Browns fan, I know one Cleveland Browns fan, and I should text him. Apparently, they're upset actually about, or at least what I saw, some Browns fans were upset about no Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. But I think Mason Graham's a really solid player, and he's a superstar in rush defense. And now, maybe they just knew this all along. They have the 33rd pick, and now they've got the 36th pick. Shedeur Sanders is right there for him, if that's what they so choose. I mean, you could look at, I don't know, man. So if they say this isn't a star draft and this is a starter draft, I think by the time 36 picks are done, you could look at Cleveland and be like, they just had 3 first-round picks. Las Vegas is really interesting at 37 as well with Shedeur Sanders there. Tomorrow's going to be the hunt for Shedeur. Kind of reminds me of Will Levis, to be honest with you. And right, Will Levis was the first pick in the second round, if I'm mistaken. I want to get confirmation. But I remember that being the whole narrative the night before. Where's that? 33rd overall pick. First pick in the second round. Kind of get Will Levis type of feel here. New England. I smell bacon. I definitely smell bacon. All right. Cool. Tennessee. Excited for Tennessee, man, too. Let's see who they go for. They go offense or defense. Yeah, Bears could have had Tyler Warren. I like Loveland a lot. Kevin Warren's a happy guy. Could have gone with either Big Ten guy. Goes with Loveland. Cole Kmet's future is kind of weird now. Cole Kmet went to my high school. And I sat next to him in math my last year. Really nice kid. What's his contract looking like? Oh, wow. Okay, so the Bears have a potential out with Cole Kmet. I did not know that. Next year is a very... Why, though? Where are we looking here? Where am I looking? Oh, wow, that dead cap drops. Cole Kmet, looks like that future is not possibly there long term. I mean, Colston, that's kind of crazy, dude, that they went a tight end there. That really surprised me. I really thought if they weren't going with Genty, or if they weren't trading up for Genty and he assumingly was gone at 10, and I don't know, Bears fans feel kind of weird about their left tackle, Braxton Jones. I like Braxton Jones, but he also went to Southern Utah, where I went for a semester. It's just like probably no one has heard of Southern Utah, so we kind of have that bond. I don't know him, but they seem on the fence with Braxton. I think Brax definitely deserves another season. So if they weren't going to go with Josh Simmons, he just went fucking 32. I thought they would trade back. Oh, nice. Very cool. All right, let's get this off the screen here. I mean, that's pretty much all I got, man. Draft just ended. Malachi Starks at 27. I like. Washington had a nice pick, too. Nice offensive tackle. Tomorrow should be a big day for cornerbacks. Browns got a dog too. Broncos. Dude, that Broncos defense. Let me just look at the Denver Broncos depth chart defensively before I go to bed. Because that is nice. I should just wake up tomorrow. Instead of coffee, just go for the Broncos defense. Let's get this on the screen for everybody to enjoy. I take a lot of pride in the Broncos defense just because we were covering them all summer. And we called some of these dogs. Dude, this is their starting defense. Zach Allen, DJ Jones, JFM, Jonathan Cooper. And by the way, Jonah Ellis is right behind him. Phenomenal rookie season. Now they got Dre Greenlaw. Alex Singleton comes back healthy. Justin Strnad in the back pocket, pass rush specialist. Nick Bonito, rising superstar. Pat Surtain. They got Depoy. Hufanga comes over. Brandon Jones, Riley Moss, still got Jaquan McMillan, by the way. And now you got Jai Barron. I mean, Malcolm Roach up there too. Dontre Tillman, PJ Locke, Cad. I am a Packers fan. I just think this defense is nice, dude. Look at it. Look at this defense. I need to make a Packers video tomorrow. I need to make more Packers videos. I always just am weary because I have it's funny, I got technically a team channel. I've got a Bears team channel that I've had for a few years. I've got a Vikings team channel that I haven't used in like half a year. I got a Lions channel that I haven't used in months. I'm in way too many baskets right now, but I never did the Packers because I didn't want it to feel like a job, but I love talking Green Bay, so I really should. Yeah, I got a Justin Fields jersey there. I got an Aaron Rodgers jersey there. I just have the Fields one up. First off, I think it's kind of cool. But that was just from like a year ago. I think it was like 2.5K. If this video gets 2.5K likes, I'll get a Justin Fields jersey. And I've got a bunch more in my closet. There's a Love jersey somewhere. My mom got me a Rodgers Jets jersey it was Christmas. Because I love Rodgers, but I don't really know what to do with this background. It's kind of weird. This is the office. The layout's horrible. I just don't really know what I'm doing back here, to be honest with you. I got a golf thing. I got a golf painting. It looks crooked. I got a golf painting. My golf company's candle. I just bought some Blackhawks and Cubs stuff, but I don't know. I'm going to make it cool. So anyways, that's it. Thank you for listening or watching. As always, it's available on streaming sites if you so desire, and links in the description. But thank you all for tuning in live, post live. We'll be covering the NFL for the next many weeks on this draft, especially the first round. So we got Matty Dubs in the chat. Freaking beast. Dude, I tried. Matty Dubs is on an absolute menace. I tried for the first like 6 picks, dude. That's like, I feel like I did rip like 2 coffees right before, but that is way too much. That was way too much, dude. It's like you just finished a video. You just finished a fucking video about the Travis Hunter trade, and then as you're fucking trying to you just edit the video, you gotta fucking post it, tags, thumbnail, description, all that stuff, and then as you're watching on the left side of my screen, Dual Carter's a New York Giant. I love it, man. Draft day is awesome, but it's midnight here. I appreciate you all. We'll be back here streaming. We're gonna start streaming, and now you're on to the NBA, dude. That's badass. I totally even forgot. Wow, and OKC is coming back. And New York got that win. Let's go Rockets. Saturday night. We got Lake Show tomorrow. Hell yeah, man. Great time to be a sports fan. Golf, by the way, is electric right now. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.